Grenada's Prime Minister to deliver a keynote address at Caribbean Examination Council's second annual ministerial summit in Grenada on Friday. We'll have details to this story and more in the national report.
Prepare for hurricane. Prepare for hurricane. Make sure you have your radio and your batteries too. Waterproof flashlight candles will do. Tin stuff, garbage bag, first aid kit. Come on people, make sure you have it. Clean water in a container and a hurricane plan. Hear me no man.
Hurricane damage is beyond your control. Surviving the aftermath is up to you. Have a hurricane plan. It can save your life and your family too.
Prepare for hurricane. Your hair, prepare for hurricane.
Welcome back. With the details to the news for Thursday, November 10th, 2022, I am Sherry-Ann Noel. Prime Minister Honorable Deacon Mitchell will deliver the keynote address at the Caribbean Examinations Council second annual ministerial summit in Grenada on Friday, November 11th. Remarks will also be delivered by Minister for Education, Sports and Culture, Senator the Honorable David Andrew. The event will be held under the theme Flexible Learning, Credentialing and Assessment, and will engage education policymakers from across the region in high-level dialogue. It will consider flexible learning and assessment in a new paradigm of educational credentialing within the region's education system. Key emphasis of the summit is the exploration of CXC's new qualifications management framework and flexible learning and assessment strategies at the secondary and post-secondary education level. The event will be live streamed via the website www.cxc.org/cxctv, GIS Channel 22, the GIS Facebook page and YouTube channel from 9:30 a.m. Moving along, a three-day scientific conference got underway at the SU Conference Room at the General Hospital on Thursday. It is organized by the Caribbean Society of Endoscopic Surgeons, CASES, who represent surgeons across the Caribbean involved in laparoscopic and endoscopic surgery. President-elect of CASES, Jamaican Dr. Lindbergh Simpson, head surgeon at the Kingston Public Hospital, Jamaica, says CASES was born out of the need for medical professionals to improve on the care given to Caribbean patients. Dr. Simpson says surgeons realize the use of minimal invasive laparoscopic surgery can provide benefits to all patients.
It allows us to do the same operations we knew how to do, but we did it in a way that it caused less trauma to patients. Patients recovered faster, had less pain after surgery, and it benefited institutions and hospital systems. So for the hospital, they need less medication, less use of resources like swabs, and because the patients tend to bleed less. So all in all, the leaders of this organization, we were all trained in minimal invasive surgery outside of the Caribbean region, but coming back, we recognized the need to give back to our region as a whole. And it really started at a meeting in Curacao where a group of us got together and said, we can do more for the region if we join forces.
General Surgeon and Senior Medical Officer at the Percy Junior Hospital, Jamaica, who holds the portfolio of Education Officer with CASES, Dr. Carlos Wilson, referenced the conference as timely and of significant importance. Dr. Wilson says over 20 presenters from 10 different countries will be involved in the three-day workshop that is being held in person and via the virtual platform Zoom.
We're talking folks coming from up north, Miami and Jamaica, all the way across the Caribbean down to Guyana. So we are bringing folks right here to Grenada, and what it does, it energizes the surgical community. All of the folks who have been involved in this, when I speak to them, they tell me that they feel really energized. They're looking at things. They're trying to do better for their patients. So just in terms of looking at things and seeing what's new and how better we can treat our patients, it's really an energizing effort that we're getting with a conference like this. So we're very happy that Grenada has chosen to lead the way, as Dr. Simpson has said, at this point in the pandemic where we are now face-to-face once again.
Multiple areas of minimal invasive surgeries, Dr. Wilson says, forms part of the working agenda for the next 3 days.
We're going to have speakers speaking about urology, laparoscopic urology, folks speaking about surgery in the chest, thoracoscopic surgery. Talking about all different types of abdominal surgery, from surgery on the diaphragm to surgery on the stomach, surgery on the gallbladder, surgery on the colon. So it's virtually all across the torso of the body that we'll be delving in. And there are other areas which we hope to include in further conferences, things like neurosurgery, things like ENT surgery, even orthopedic surgery. So minimal invasive surgery really runs the gamut of surgery. It's, as our tagline says for this conference, size matters. And for all areas of surgery, we can make smaller incisions and get even better results. And that's what we want for our Caribbean people, that they get first-class treatment.
General laparoscopic surgeon at the St. George's General Hospital, Dr. Daniel Thomas, says the conference is all about education, collaboration, and support. He says as host country, he is very pleased to see the return of the conference after the hiatus due to the COVID-19 pandemic.
I have junior doctors who have an interest in surgery, and I want them to know that minimal invasive surgery is the way forward. It is present, it is the future. And the motto for the conference is size matters. So you want to do good things in a sort of simpler and more cosmetic fashion. So a big part of this is education. Another part of this is camaraderie. I've also used the opportunity of having the expertise here to perform surgery for locals that would otherwise cost a lot of money that they cannot afford. So yesterday we were operating until almost midnight, and I hope that in the future there'll be more like me so that we can perform this surgery for people here on a regular basis, or have an exchange where I can get these people to come back again to do more stuff for people in Grenada.
The overall goal of cases is to make surgery better, safer, and more accessible, in keeping with the motto, size matters, smaller, safer, and cosmetically appealing. Government and tourism officials this week welcomed the resumption of Canadian flights from Toronto's Pearson Airport. Air Canada and Sunwing Airlines both resumed services to Morris Bishop International Airport, with Air Canada twice weekly on Thursday and Sundays, and Sunwing Airlines also on Sundays. Speaking at the arrival ceremony, Minister for Infrastructure and Physical Development, Public Utilities, Civil Aviation and Transportation, Honorable Dennis Cornwell, said government continues efforts to refurbish the international airport and improve the road network to effectively meet the present and future travel demand for the island.
We here in Grenada are doing a major refurbishment of this facility, the Morris Bishop International Airport. So on your visits, you would basically see some vast improvements, including the resurfacing of the entire airstrip. We'll be expanding the apron at this airport to ensure that we have more parking spaces for aircraft. We'll be basically looking at putting in place air bridges, looking at also increasing the visibility on the ground in terms of the lighting that is all going to be attached to this project. And we're also hoping that beyond that, we will be able to improve the infrastructure on the ground, i.e. the roads and so on, from the airport to the cities and elsewhere in Grenada.
The Canadian market is the fourth largest market with an average length of stay of 12 days. Arrivals from that market were significantly impacted as Canada was one of the last markets to fully reopen for travel following the pandemic. Grenada's Tourism Authority Sales and Marketing Manager Nicoyan Roberts said the marketing team in Canada has been working with travel advisors and tour operators to promote the destination for the 2022-2023 season.
Grenada is open to welcome Canadians who have saved and who have endured the travel restrictions of the pandemic. We know that when they come to Grenada, they are interested in shopping at our produce and spice markets. They like to hike, they enjoy our beaches, diving, and our other wonderful soft adventure experiences, thus bringing an excellent return to the Grenadian economy. We know that when they come, they stay an average of 10 days, and we wish they would stay a little longer.
For 2023, the seat capacity from Canada will be 27,745, which represents a 52% increase over 2019. Local hotelier Ross Fielding and Sunwings Airport Service Regional Manager Fivin Mahari are excited about the forecast.
I'm very happy that we are able to come here once a week, and I'm hoping to make this a yearly round service. Thank you for allowing us back into, the airport and welcoming us with open arms, and excited to begin this journey with you all.
We always need more airlines and a more diverse tourism base. And Canada is one that's been missing from our agenda for the last 2 years. So we really welcome seeing them come back online. And hopefully they'll stay. What we'd really like to do is see them come for the whole year. Grenada has one of the best climates in the world, and we need to sell that to the Canadians.
This is the National Report. The news will continue after the break.
The Grenadian General Insurance Half Marathon and 10K Road Race is on Sunday, November 13th. This race starts at 2 p.m., beginning at Current Junction, St. David, and going to the Karani James Athletic Stadium. There are prizes for the top 10 male and female finishers in the half marathon, top 5 finishers in the 10K, prizes for the oldest finisher, youngest finisher, and the school, club, or organization with the most finishers. Transportation will be provided. Register at grenadaaccess.com. Registration closes Saturday, 12th November. The Grenadian General Insurance Half Marathon and 10K Road Race is on.
Welcome back. His Majesty's Prison is now more equipped to complete administrative tasks in a more efficient manner, following the donation of a Lenovo SR630 server from the Consul General Roseanne Benjamin and citizens in Dubai. The server will improve prison personnel's ability to save files, input data on inmates, intake and discharge, and also information on rehabilitation programs. The server is valued at over $16,000. Permanent Secretary in the Ministry of National Security, Carvalette, said this is the beginning of implementing a paperless system in keeping with the government's digital transformation agenda.
I know that because one of our focus is that of digitalization, we go in from paper-based to being in the clouds, according to Scholar. So we are happy that they thought of us and send this over to us. And so I know you will use it well. And I know I will be the recipient because I will be getting communication and all other information paperless. So we go in digital, and it's important that the prisons are able to now use this server to help with your operations.
Acting Commissioner of Prisons Rupert Nichols assured that the server will improve communication between the prison and the courts, as information will be retrieved and shared more efficiently.
And I can assure you that His Majesty's Prison would use the server to its fullest, whereby to gather and save all the data from the prison. We know that, as you said, we are going digital, and quite a bit of work has been done now to save the data of inmates entering and leaving the facility. The rehabilitation department with persons who are actively involved, especially now that the court and the judicial system would request information from the prison based on the incarceration of persons here. So it would make it easier for the department and the IT unit to provide such information to the court and to the ministry when necessary. So once again, on behalf of the prison administration, the staff and inmates, we really appreciate such donation, and through you to the United Arab Emirates in Dubai and Ms. Roseanne Benjamin, we would like you to convey our gratitude to her. Once again, thank you very much.
Moving along, Palestinian Ambassador Her Excellency Linda Sobe Ali on Thursday presented her letters of credence to Governor General Her Excellency Dame Cecile Lagrenade, officially accrediting her as Ambassador Extraordinary and Plenary of the State of Palestine to Grenada. Grenada recognized the State of Palestine as the United Nations 9 years ago and is one of the UN member countries establishing diplomatic relations with the Middle Eastern country. Her Excellency Linda Sobe Ali says she looks forward to fruitful bilateral relations with the government and people of Grenada.
I believe this is a historical moment, attributing to much promising progress and advancement in the bilateral relations between our countries, and a clear proof that Grenada is an ardent supporter of all rights and all human rights and self-determination. I stand before you today on behalf of the Palestinian people, on behalf of my government, who, in fullness of their pain, pride, and anticipation for peace and freedom, thank you and your government for your historical and firm solidarity with us and our legit aspiration to achieve in statehood.
Ambassador Ali says Grenada has made vital steps showing solidarity with the people of Palestine.
Grenada has also voted in favor of the Palestinian rights numerous times on the international arenas, most notably its vote in favor of the UN General Assembly Resolution 6719, which has upgraded our status from non-member to observer status. It also voted in favor of the UN General Assembly Resolution 69320, which permitted us to raise our flag. I know it's insignificant to some that we made such, but to us, it's an issue of existence.
Governor General Her Excellency Dame Cecilia Grenada expressed Grenada's commitment to working with the people of Palestine on the area of strategic and global importance.
On behalf of His Majesty King Charles III and the government and people of Grenada, I am pleased to accept your credentials, accrediting you Ambassador Extraordinary and Plenipotentiary of the State of Palestine to Grenada. I am happy to welcome you and I look forward to working with you. Since September 2013, Grenada and the State of Palestine established formal diplomatic relations. Grenada will continue to support Palestine in the international community through the various resolutions. Grenada, as a member of the Caribbean community, reiterates its position that Israel-Palestine situation can only be resolved by peaceful means and reaffirms its support to a two-state solution with the people of Israel and Palestine living in independent countries within secure and internationally recognized borders in accordance with the relevant United Nations Security Council resolutions.
And with that story, we come to the end of the National Report for Thursday, November 10th, 2022. On behalf of the entire news and the production team, I am Sharian Noel, thanking you for viewing.